Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Daps.
I'm Katie.
If the 5 trillion spiders that live inside the Netherlands took to eating people instead of insects, they could consume every Dutch person in 3 days.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
3 days.
Teamwork.
Makes the dream work.
Yeah.
Too bad we're only 2 days away from Halloween, so it won't work.
If you've got time to lean, you've got time to eat all the human population.
Yep. They can make it by all
Happy Halloween,
saints.
guys.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
In the comments below, let us know what you think each of us are. I think it's fairly explanatory. Like some years it's a little bit like...
Well, if somebody's watched Princess Bride,
Abstract.
they have options.
That.
Just saying.
Good point. So let us know in the comments what you think, or on Twitter with the hashtag Geeks Corner, and we will be following along as my iPad updates, because currently... Love this update.
Welcome behind the scenes.
So I'm going to use my phone.
Not to mention... Oh, by the way, I'm Cameron. It appears that you may have gotten a knockoff. That Apple appears to have the bite already taken out of it.
Was that the joke?
That's the end. That's the end of the
Got it.
joke.
That's the bit.
The end of the
That's
joke.
the bit.
That's it. That's the tweet.
Send
yes.
a tweet.
You were lucky. It was 83% that you should talk during
It
this
was really
episode.
hot under there,
So,
guys.
yeah, that was...
I couldn't be under there for
But
the
it
whole
was
show.
fun. So, since it's Halloween, we thought we'd play a game tonight. So I'm going to give
Game!
you
Why are
a
you
piece of
throwing
paper,
things at me?
and we'll put some
Paper!
markers on here. And the way I believe this game works, because Luke made it up, is you guys can ask me questions throughout the show.
Okay.
Very good, Jeff. I think you're on the right track. I am thinking of something, and you have to draw what I'm thinking about. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, I got it. As we talk about things I am thinking of, Bailey says she's so happy that Mr. Daps put some effort into his Halloween costume. You're welcome. I hope that's serious.
Wow.
Because there is effort, yeah.
That was,
I
that was
worked
the
hard on it.
savagery.
I was like, I actually did.
No, you did. You worked very, very
I
hard.
have the entire costume. I have boots. I have
With
Leatherman.
fur.
I have the army bag on the side that the right there is where the raptor thing goes. The raptor claw.
Do you have a raptor claw?
No, I couldn't find one.
6-inch
But I
retractable
have
claw.
2 days. Because
Yeah.
really,
Middle finger.
both Cameron and I are not completely done with our
And
costumes
it slashes at you.
yet.
Here. Or here. Or maybe across the belly. Spilling the intestines. Point is, you are alive when it starts to eat you.
Well done, Cameron.
It's great.
Say that again.
I was never alive.
You were never alive? Okay. Anyway, so you guys are allowed to ask me questions, but as we start this game, we are going to talk about The Mandalorian, which had its second trailer come out this week, and it will be here 2 weeks from today.
That's scary.
That's quick.
Isn't that a new reality to realize how quickly
That's before other
Disney
Star
Plus will
Wars.
be here?
That's before other
Yeah.
Star Wars.
And it makes you wonder if it's going to be connected. But before we get into all that, what did you think of this new trailer?
It's so good.
I think the first comment I saw about it was Aaron Mankey, big fan of lore, who commented it has heavy Firefly vibes and he is here for it, which I agree with entirely. It looks like a realization of Firefly in the Star Wars universe without trying to copy Firefly, which is a difficult line to
It
walk.
doesn't surprise me at all.
No.
Looking at who's all the people behind it, I assume are Firefly fans.
Oh, Firefly
Firefly
fans.
Yes, thank you.
Flan.
Serenity aficionados. Go on.
Yes, all of that.
It's
But
easier to say.
I think that's a very good assumption.
I love it. I love how cool it is. The
What
best
do you guys
shot.
think of the Parsec thing?
Parsec.
I was in the middle.
Keep going.
The best shot of the whole trailer is him walking out the door and just just getting someone right in the face.
Clint Eastwood. It was
It's-
very Clint Eastwood.
It's so good.
The no-look shot.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
Just you're there.
Oh, it's so good.
It's the Parsec thing.
Parsec.
Because didn't they say something like he's the best bounty hunter in
In the Parsec.
In the Parsec.
Cameron, would you analyze this for me? Because
Well,
I was a little confused.
A parsec is a unit of measure, normally
Yeah.
linear.
That's why I'm confused.
Yeah,
I think.
I mean, unless they're using cubed parsecs, which could be just a
Or
standard
are they
space
making
thing.
a new joke?
I mean, I'm sure
They're
somebody
true.
went,
Well, because we have kind of two definitions of it so far.
yeah.
maybe the running gag is you keep adding more things that a parsec could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it could be used colloquially, like on this block. You don't mean literally the sidewalk.
Yeah,
you mean
that's
the
true.
houses around it.
Okay.
I mean,
That's possible.
it's like saying something's within a mile. It doesn't necessarily imply direction.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's good. So the big thing that's been buzzing around the internet is that there's
It's a big
going
B.
to be a giant revelation in The Mandalorian.
In the first episode.
In the first episode. Game changing.
And lo, it is a dragon with 7 heads.
Is that your prediction?
No, that's a
What
revelation.
what is your prediction though?
I'm betting that the Mandalorian, or not the Mandalorian character, but they're going to reveal an in-universe character that ties heavily to the trilogy.
The
What?
trilogy or the prequels? Or the cartoons?
Mm,
Because I can see that happening.
I could see them going that way too, because that'd be really, really good fan service if they do it right.
Ahsoka Tano shows up.
Yeah.
See, they're not going to go that way.
I hope not, because I hope they save her for a full-on movie. But keep going.
No, I'm betting it's going to be like a Lando, maybe, or something something that unifies his connection to the later films and his like his earlier stuff. And like, wouldn't it be great if Donald Glover's hiding the fact that he's in Mandalorian?
Oh,
I think
would love
that would be sick, wouldn't it? I'd be all for
kind
that.
of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Although I would actually guess Mark Hamill would be probably a better guess.
Doing what?
Being Luke.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Like, honest, like, just from a...
like he's founding the Jedi Temple.
I mean,
At
it's
this
setting
point.
up why he... I mean, they could really do a whole setting up of why he's left by The Force Awakens. Like, they could set up the entire thing, and that to me would be huge,
Yeah, but I don't think
depending
they'll-
on how they do it. I don't think they'd do it either, but...
that would be cool, but I don't think they'll go in that direction.
The other thing I wonder is, could it be something about the fate of the Empire after?
Yeah,
Like, I almost had to wonder if there was a bit of a game changer in the way that is and the way that the First Order is set up.
yeah. I'm betting it has something to do. The more you say that, with why the Empire is still around. Like perhaps the Mandalorian was hired as the failsafe for the Emperor or something. We get to see that or something.
I mean, yeah, I could see something like that. I'm going to hit a couple of tweets because there's some good ones going on, and my iPad's still not ready, so I might just throw it out the window. But
I don't have any windows.
we could paint one. Jeff said, I think when Cameron went in and out, his order was number 66.
Oh.
I actually, that was well played.
Oh!
That was good.
Bailey says, for those who are unaware, I'm wearing my Halloween costume as well. I am Bat Lady.
I love it!
Hey, lady!
Love it. Very cool. Steven says, I'm glad that Amanda is finally making a comeback in the industry. Hashtag Geeks Corner. Also said, are there any clever girls endangering Mr. Daps in the studio?
Yes.
Always.
Clever girl.
Every week. And Jeff also asked if anybody had seen a T-Rex. Not yet. But then it's still young.
I was going to say, there's been plans floating around for a couple years.
That is funny. Murray and I have talked about that, huh?
Yeah, for years.
Not from the front, but from the sides.
I think for at least the last
Yeah, the
5 or
directors
6 years.
didn't even
There's
know
been
what that-
discussion about a T-Rex
See.
Yes.
heading
So
on
you guys
set.
have not asked me a single question
'Cause
about
you-
what I'm thinking about.
You ask us the question.
Yeah, do we have a moment?
Yeah, can we
ask
breathe?
your question. You can ask one question each.
Is
And I will
it
give you a yes or no answer, correct? Okay.
is the thing we are attempting to draw an individual noun?
Yes.
Oh,
Cool.
I don't. Okay.
So person, place, or thing.
Yes.
No animal.
Yeah. Is this pop culture?
Sure.
Cool. We've
Yes.
learned nothing.
Yes.
We've learned
Yes, it is.
zero.
Another round of questions.
Yes.
After we talk about the Game of Thrones duo saying goodbye to the Star Wars
Game of Thrones is pop culture.
to go to Netflix.
What
do we think about this? We're going to make this one quick.
Netflix, I think, gave them a lot of money.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was a 9-movie deal, wasn't it? 9 movies versus 3 movies?
I think it's wise on their part.
I do too.
I'll say this. They accomplished something that very few directors get away with doing, which is they made a mostly well-received monumental pop culture series.
Yep.
They know where to cut their losses.
Yeah.
They got a little bit of retribution towards the end of the last Game of Thrones season, and I think that left a little bit of a sour taste in your mouth. Imagine potentially almost messing up Game of Thrones, and then coming in and, for some fans, destroying some aspect of Star Wars, because they're guaranteed
Which is going to happen no matter
no matter what.
Anytime you add anything.
And so I think they made the wise decision of allowing to work on new creative projects rather than something that has like the hitched trailer of...
And honestly,
fandom.
that's why Ryan Johnson could do no wrong now.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, he's already gotten enough flack. All he has to do is go somewhere we haven't seen before, and he can do whatever the heck he wants.
Yep.
And suddenly people are like, this is the best thing ever. Like, they always come around.
Ryan Johnson's was the best Star Wars ever. Some people are a little bit too unable to see.
Do you think...
Of the new?
Okay, of the new. I was like...
Of the new, Ryan Johnson has shown
are you
better
really
than
going to
Abrams.
put it up against Empire Strikes Back?
I would put it close. It's not beating
Okay,
it.
that's another
but-
article that you need to write.
Yeah.
You can ask me another question.
Cool. Is it a non-original Disney character? As in, was it owned by others before it? Whether that be Pixar or Star Wars
No.
or...
Wait, say that again?
So, an outside tertiary company that was bought by Disney. Pixar, Star Wars.
Yes.
Cool.
Is it a masculine or a feminine costume?
Is that yes or no?
That's not yes or no.
That's true.
Good. Yes.
Is it a man? You can ask that.
I could.
Does
Sure.
it look like a man?
Sure.
Yes.
It
You also
is-
already gave me a...
Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to keep moving on. This week I had the pleasure of reviewing The Muppet Christmas Carol, an illustrated holiday classic, which is this great book. Can you just take this for a second?
This is mine now.
See if it does better for you. But isn't
I
this
am the
a
iPad
beautiful book?
It's so cute.
It came out today in
So
stores
cute.
everywhere, and it's basically the Muppet Christmas Carol movie, but drawn beautifully, and it has some of the best lines from the show. And we are doing a giveaway. And so for this giveaway, like it has, hey, light the lamp, not the rat. You guys remember that part? You guys
Nope.
have not watched this movie.
It's
yet.
been a long
We're gonna
time.
watch it this
I've
Christmas.
watched it, but it's been a while.
Anyway, you can win a book like this by commenting on this episode, but it has to be on our YouTube channel, and you also have to be subscribed to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So do both of those, and then we will pick somebody. The odds are actually pretty good because quite often these shows don't get a ton of comments. It cannot be the live comments. It has to be after the show is ended. So at 10:05, 10:10, whatever, you can go and start leaving comments and tell us who your favorite Muppet is and why.
You took Anyway, sorry.
What did I take?
The work thing. I tweeted yesterday.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe that's why it's in my brain.
Yes.
So anyway, check out my review, and hopefully you will enjoy it. And maybe someday my iPad will work.
Next
Go
round of
ahead.
questions.
Yes, go ahead.
Is the character human and or humanoid in shape?
No.
Cool.
Is it Star Wars?
Yes. Cool. That could be anything else. But we're in Disney World. All right.
We're in Disney World.
Robert,
Cut. Bye.
Robert Zemeckis might be directing Pinocchio, the live-action version. What do we think about this? And who would you like to see cast?
First of all, this is going to be severe uncanny valley.
I'm scared.
And I'm not ready for that.
Yeah.
We
Like
might
there's
get a pleasant surprise.
there's no level of like because it's a puppet. If they do it
Yeah.
flawlessly,
It's creepy.
it's going to be worse.
Yeah.
It's not going to end well.
I will admit, part of me would rather see Jon Favreau
As the puppet.
As the puppet.
no, as the director.
No, John Favreau's the Blue Fairy.
Ah.
That'd be fine too.
Like exact same
Okay,
happy character.
So
just
who
wearing
would
the
you
dress.
like to see? So we're not hugely into Robert Zemeckis directing this? Is that
We're
what?
just not. The Pinocchio idea is kind of
Yeah,
what's
it's
hard.
it's the idea of the film itself that is challenging, not
What if
necessarily
they use a real
directorial.
puppet though?
That's scary.
Like a live action puppet?
Yeah.
They won't.
But what if they did? Like,
If they used a marionette, I would be
BB-8
impressed.
think they used the BB-8 puppetry skills. So there's actually people pushing him around, holding him, all that stuff.
I would be more
Yeah.
impressed if it was a marionette.
I would be blown away if they did that.
And this is going to be a weird pull, but I know it's theoretically possible because on a string budget and with terrible writing, yes, Team America World Police exists.
That's true.
True.
And that's a surprisingly
See,
good
I thought you were
marionette
going
film.
for the cheap laugh, and you went
No,
for a real point.
like legitimately, they're able
Okay,
to pull
so
that
that's
film
what
off.
we would vote for is a true marionette,
Yes.
which
That'd
would
be
be,
cool.
I actually think would be a lot of fun.
Yep.
Who would you like to see play Geppetto? Because that Tom Hanks was in talks for it at one point. It appears he's out the window.
Chris Evans and his old
Old man Chris,
His
old man Chris Evans.
Yes.
If Dick Van Dyke is still up for it,
Oh.
he would make a good Geppetto.
I could see that.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
What was the guy from, was it Beautiful Life? That Italian actor? He was really quirky and curly hair. It was like from the late 90s. Anybody remember this? I would like to see, because I feel like he's aged enough, he would be about the right age for Geppetto, and he already kind of walked and moved like Geppetto does in the park. I would like to see that guy do it. Like, I'd like to see an Italian actor do it. Like, really go lean into it. All right, you want another question?
Yes.
Go for it.
Was this character born or made?
Born.
Is this character a droid?
No. That would be me.
Yeah. that
Oh,
would- yeah.
I'm sorry that I'm dumb.
Check that box.
All
There we
right.
go.
So this week we also learned that Ted Elliott and what is it, Craig Mazin? I don't know how to say his name.
Yeah,
Anyway, they are working on the next Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
it's the
One,
reboot launch, right?
it's something. Where do they go with this franchise?
I've heard theories of Karen Gillian taking over the role of Red.
I'd be okay with that.
Which I would be totally
Yeah.
fine with, because she's flawless and she
And
can
here's
use
how
a real
I would
accent.
do it: is I would have her in the first 5 minutes of the movie steal the whatever the ship is that Jack Sparrow stole in the first movie. No, the little one,
Oh,
the Lady Washington.
Jackdaw? No,
I'm forgetting
no.
the real what they used the name of the ship in the movie, but the little fast one.
The
Yeah.
Interceptor? Yeah,
Interceptor.
That's it. Yeah.
So Jack Sparrow has the Interceptor again. First 5 minutes of the film, she steals it. We don't see Jack at all ever again, and then it's all about her.
He gets the unceremonious 3 minutes in headshot.
Yeah, pretty much. Like he's done, gone.
Thanos.
Maybe left on an island. I don't know. It's okay.
Perfect.
But I could see. I think the only way that this can be successful is if they go.
And you can still have Gibbs.
Pirates universe happened. Ocean. Like there's a lot of other options. Go somewhere else. Don't track over the same lore. Don't reference any of the things they've already referenced. Don't reference the Pirates Court.
It'd be interesting to see if they go more fanciful or if they try to bring it back in and make it a little bit into history, because the Pirates' reign was really short historically.
Yeah, extremely short.
And I actually I thought this would be an interesting article because they really didn't last that long, and it'd be kind of interesting if they were to rein it back into more maybe some, I don't know, historically accurate instead of going all the way out there. I don't think they will. I think they'll get more and more fantasy. But
if they had a woman respected as an equal on the ship, that would be much more historically accurate.
yeah, oh yeah. So what do we think? Is this a good idea, bad idea, movie?
I think it's a lucrative idea.
Lucrative. So a good idea in terms of Disney's bottom line.
From an economic standpoint, I think this is the most logical
And
choice.
I would be okay with it if they have a really good story. However,
Yeah.
I haven't seen a really good story yet.
True.
Okay, next question.
Did this character, or does this character, or whatever the timeline may be, work for or support the Empire or his own gang?
That's not a yes or no
That's
question.
not a yes or no question.
Does he work for the Empire?
No.
Does this character appear in the new trilogy?
Yes. Do you want to ask a question, Luke? I'm
Um,
just giving them a lifeline.
is this character shorter than R2D2?
Oh.
Oh, now I really
Here's
don't
your
know.
lifeline.
All
right.
That just, I had an idea, and
I
that
did too, and it's gone now.
100% threw me off.
Disney Plus is getting a new talk show. It is called Earth to Ned. It is being created by the Jim Henson Company,
Yes.
and it will star a blue alien named Ned that was sent to Earth to basically be a scout for potential conquest.
Yes.
But instead, he discovers he really likes pop culture and decides to have a late night talk show on his spaceship that he has popular or pop culture icons on. Sounds a lot like something else. What do you think about this show, guys?
Major Sunny Eclipse vibes.
Yeah,
And I love it.
I see that.
Between Two Friends is the vibe I got.
Yeah.
And a little bit of Geeks Corner.
Yeah. Pip.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
I'm excited for this.
it's great
It's going to be a half-an-hour show. It will be very interesting. And it'll be great. Who would you like to see interviewed as the first interview guest?
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd is a great
That's
choice.
a good choice.
It's a really good choice.
That's a very good choice.
Could have probably been here. Not me.
Who did that?
Who'd have thought? Look at us.
Not us.
Look at us.
So good.
Anybody have any better?
Better, no, but interesting. Hamill would be fun.
Yeah.
He'd be very fun,
Can't go wrong with that.
Jeff Goldblum because he is an alien.
and it would be cross promotion for
And
sure.
I was going to say, he
Yeah.
could promote his show.
Yeah.
I actually could see that happening.
Yeah, I can see that. It's
Conan
probably gonna
O'Brien,
happen.
because he's probably an alien too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone that doesn't do human things correctly.
Oh man.
I think Jimmy Fallon would be funny because he'd be sitting there geeking out the whole time.
Yeah, but like the man can't make it through a sentence without giggling.
That's
like,
true.
He would be like,
He'd be like, "Am I in space? How'd
"No,
y'all do that?"
We're underground." And yeah. All right, one more question.
Is this creature
At what point do they have to draw?
communicatively sentient?
They have to have it drawn before the end of the episode.
Okay, so you're going to have to start drawing soon.
Well, is it communicatively sentient? Which is to say, can it verbalize, or if it cannot verbalize, can it communicate effectively on a coherent, cogent, and informed manner?
I don't know.
What? How do you not know?
Because I had an answer for that 2 weeks ago, and then I've been reading some stuff about some upcoming books.
Is
and
this
now
a
I
Rise
don't
of
have an answer.
Skywalker?
No. I'm going to say no for now, but that might change.
What could this be?
What's it mean? What does it mean?
Do you want a question, Katie?
I had a question. I just gave it to you.
I have an idea, but I'm trying to remember how to draw it.
I don't know what this could possibly be.
So here's a follow-up question. You said it's in the new trilogy.
Yeah.
Did it appear in the original trilogy?
No.
No, I can't. What is it?
Did it appear in the prequels?
No.
Cool. Okay.
All right, our final topic for tonight. Fuel rods will soon be costing $3 to swap out when you go to Walt Disney World or the Disneyland Resort.
Yeah.
Everywhere else, they seem to be $1 or $2 to swap out. Is that accurate? I've heard $1 pretty frequently.
It's one.
Okay, $1 everywhere
At
else.
airports and
We went
Universal.
from 0 to starting on Friday $3.
Yes.
What do we think about this?
It would have been a fine decision.
You can give me a thinking and then also an opinion if you'd like.
I think it would have been a fine decision had it been done at the outset.
I agree.
I don't think that it is wise to make this decision after the fact, after giving it to people for free, because I think it's a slight breach of trust for the contract that was made when they purchased the item. I think that's a little underhanded. But I completely understand monetarily why they decided to do it. I can't imagine it's that profitable, especially because people have figured out how to properly abuse the system with them. Lord knows I have, certainly by trading them in.
Draw something
Isn't
that
that
I
what
know
they're
is
for?
wrong.
Yeah,
Like, isn't that what the system is you buy it for $30 and then you swap it out?
yeah, and it makes perfect sense if, as I'm sure they assumed, you were there for a limited amount of time, and you would only do it a few times on your trip. But then there are people like us who are annual pass holders who have done it hundreds of times, and
Sure.
it may be taking away from the value.
Okay.
Did this character appear in The Force Awakens?
Yeah. Or no.
No,
it's
I was
not.
gonna draw something that I thought was wrong
Yep. It's
not.
anyway.
And I think I'm wrong.
I was gonna draw something and be like, I'm pretty sure I'm wrong.
90% sure you don't see it in The Force Awakens. If you do, it's like a tiny little thing. Like it'd be.
You're probably not
That-
wrong. You're probably not wrong.
Okay, so what's your opinion on?
Opinion?
on the.
I think it kind of stinks. Honestly,
Are
I
you gonna
think.
keep using yours?
No, honestly, I think that's the end of my fuel rod charger.
I will agree with you, and I'm hoping the market actually has an opinion. or
Yeah,
like-
because then supply and demand will kick in, and they'll be forced to either drastically reduce the cost to make it something that's feasible that they can still
if
make
it
a
was
profit with.
$2, I don't think I would have as much of a problem. But knowing that it's $1 everywhere else and $3 at Disney,
Yeah, I think they're gonna have to
That's-
bump it to $1. I bet it's a couple of months.
it's an overreach. And the thing I think is when you jump it or bump it that high, it kind of creates a lightning rod for what people say about Disney anyway, about things being overpriced.
Right, too
And
expensive.
to be completely honest, like you look at their food prices, maybe it's a little bit more than other places, but it's not insanely above other places.
And you're paying the slight amount more just for the convenience of having it there.
Sure. And now they've taken it really far up above everything else. So let's go. Anybody online want to guess what I've been hinting, actually, for those who've been watching. I don't think you guys saw my hints, but
No.
you guys saw my hints, right?
Can I talk about the
Maddie,
fuel rod
so-
thing? I didn't get to talk
Oh,
about the
please
fuel rod
do.
thing. So the thing is, my problem with fuel rods is that they don't give your phone much of a charge at all.
That
true.
is also a huge
It gives
point.
you maybe 40 to 50%.
Yep.
So even if you're someone that's on a week-long vacation and say you're doing 2 or 3 swaps a day, you easily have now paid $60 when you could have just bought a portable charger for $20 on Amazon.
I would like to point out that phone batteries have increased in size since fuel rod started.
Yes.
And they haven't increased in size, so it's
That's
not
a problem.
entirely their fault.
Yeah.
But also not helpful either.
Yeah, I'm just saying that if you're going to be paying $3 a swap, you would want it to at least get you a little bit farther.
There are
'Cause-
better chargers around that same price, I can.
When it was unlimited, I would be like, yeah, it's whatever. Like, I can at least just swap it and just, it's annoying, but I can keep getting another one. But when it's $3 a swap, you start to be like, okay, is it going to get my battery any farther? And it's not. So that's kind of my issue with it. Is if I'm paying $3 a swap, I would be kind of chill with it if it maybe got me from 20% to 100%.
Well, and they're not consistent.
Yeah.
Right, sometimes you get a bum one that only charges 5% and then dies.
And
Yeah.
maybe the charging $3 a swap will fix that. Maybe it'll...
I'd be okay if it fixed that.
But still, I think that at 10 swaps, you have now already paid for the price of a fuel rod again. And I just, as an annual pass holder, that's not feasible. If that makes someone's vacation easier, then that's great. I just think that for me, it's easier to charge my portable charger at home and bring it to the parks.
So, very quickly, we're going to talk about Geppetto. Jeff likes the Dick Van Dyke idea.
Yeah.
Also, Alan Tudyk was brought up by
Alan Tudyk can pull it off.
Thomas.
I love
I
Alan
agree.
Tudyk.
I know
Roger,
on the realm of Tudyk as well.
the Rogue
Mocap,
One.
mocap guy.
Oh, yeah. From Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis,
Andy
thank you.
Serkis, thank you. Robert Benigni Roberto Benigni is the guy from Life is Beautiful that I was trying to remember. And that I think he'd be great as Geppetto. And Bailey was right about 12 minutes ago on what I was doing. And she guessed a porg. And
I knew you were right. I knew it.
And that's the Lopcat.
No, those are from animated series. Those have not appeared in The Last Jedi. This is a crystal fox!
And
Or
did it.
Crystal- Okay. Uh-huh.
I did it.
So good job, Cameron. Let's see if we got anything else here.
It should have been obvious.
I should have known. I should have known.
I didn't
it on the
prepare,
set?
so I had to pick something I could see.
So you Kaiser Soze'd your answer? Just there.
Yes, Bailey, you were absolutely right, and you were guessing it very. And Stephen asked the very great question of, is the creature we're supposed to draw right in front of you, Mr. Daps, which would be correct.
You should go to thegeekscorner.com if you're not there already. Thegeekscorner.com. It's a site where we put things like this, mostly this, in fact, all this.
Go to dapsmagic.com. Check out all the Disney and geek news as it happens. Watch us rearrange markers, and maybe we'll write an article about it. You should go to subscribe to our mailing list and find our Patreon.
And also subscribe to this YouTube channel, and while you're at it, after you've subscribed, go back to this video, tell us who your favorite Muppet is so that you can be a part of the giveaway for this book. It really is a beautiful book. But we hope you all have a very happy Halloween. We will have pictures coming up later this week and maybe even a special video of us on Halloween when we've completely finished our costumes, because we weren't as good as Katie and we weren't completely finished. But we will be, right, Cameron?
We will.
I was ready enough to have 2 completed
But
costumes.
that is all the time we have for you this week, so we will see you around the corner.